Wuthering Waves is giving Xiangliyao a limited 5-star character for free. While players are hype and everyone now is getting excited for the 1.2 patch, one thing people do not realize is how this affects the future of other gacha games and how this affects Kuro and Wuthering Waves going forward. See, there are two major events that are coming in the future: the Game Awards, which Wuthering Waves is a finalist for, and the Wuthering Waves 1-year anniversary. See, Xiangliyao is free with no conditions. No one has a definitive reason as to why Kuro made him free. When HSR made Ratio free, it was because they won Mobile Game of the Year. But with Kuro, they just said thank you for the support. Here is a free 5-star. Two reasons could be: one is an apology for how Calcharo turned out to be, as some players find him a little bit too tedious to play, so that could be a factor. The other one could be due to all the recent success that Kuro has had. They decided, out of the generosity of their hearts, to just reward their players for supporting Wuthering Waves. This now begs the question: if they raise the bar that high for free, what happens if Kuro Games wins Mobile Game of the Year for Wuthering Waves? There are characters Wuthering Waves players want, such as Scar, Geshu Lin, for Lova. If one of these three characters would be on pace to release during this time, then I 100% believe that Kuro would give us one of these limited 5 stars, or whoever they have as the banner character at that time, for free. As a thank you to the community, they could go one step further and give their weapon as well, because why not? If you're willing to give a limited 5-star for nothing, then achieving such a high level accomplishment such as Mobile Game of the Year, this would not surprise me if this was their reward to the community. But now let's take it one step further. As long as Wuthering Waves thrives and we the community support Kuro, what does the anniversary look like? And I want to compare one point to Honkai Star Rail. You see, many players and gacha content creators, all the big ones including your favorites, believe that in HSR for the 1-year anniversary we would be getting a 5-star selector. When the anniversary did arrive, we did not get it, but we got a lot of pulls and a good event. However, and take this one with a grain of salt, but this very realistically and can happen because Kuro already gave a free 5-star standard selector at the beginning of the year. So for their 1-year anniversary, as a big thank you for the journey they have been on as devs, and the biggest thank you to the community who sticks by them and wants the game to succeed and reach greater heights, a limited 5-star selector does not sound crazy. And while a lot of this is speculation, looking at the recent actions, PGR players are probably like in the comment section, yeah, this sounds about right, comment Kuro W. One other perspective to look at, guys, is the business aspect for Kuro Games, as this is W marketing for them, and this is amazing for driving more players to want to spend on their game. Think about it, there are a lot of people who do play these gacha games as free to play, who do have money, who just don't spend on these type of games. However, if you notice recently, even with the Xiangliyao announcement, there are a lot of people talking about, man, Kuro keeps rewarding us, I kind of want to spend, I kind of want to get a battle pass, I kind of want to get a monthly pass. And there's a lot of players who are like that out there that are free to play that could do this, they just choose not to. But now with the recent announcement of a free 5-star and seeing how much this company rewards us, they do. And all those players, the millions of players who do spend, guys, all that money does add up. And think about it from the weapon standpoint for Xiangliyao. You're already getting a strong unit, now you get a gauntlet limited 5-star weapon that's going to pop off on not only him, Janshin, Lin Yang, and even potentially the new 4-star they showed off if it is a gauntlet user, and that drives more sale, more money, more revenue to Kuro. As far as giving a future free 5-star on their weapon and stuff like that, again, how does that benefit them? It generates more hype towards their game, it generates more traction, it becomes a hot topic. People research this stuff, look at it, especially if they come across their game, they can see how generous they are, get in, get rewarded, have fun, play the game. Especially with the console launch coming, there's going to be a huge surplus of players. Now this leads me to my final point, guys. How does this affect the current big gacha games as well as future gacha games coming out, like Azure Familia, like Neverness to Everness, like a Project Mugen? Let's start with the big ones. Let's start off by talking about Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact, when they saw that Wuthering Waves was releasing with 240 stamina, with how good their endgame was, decided because it is a direct competitor with Wuthering Waves, we need to now add 240 stamina. We need to now add endgame. Now, I'm not in the Genshin community or in the Genshin space, so Genshin players, let me know in the comments comments down below. Did they add those changes yet, or did they not? I'm not sure. As for Honkai Star Rail, because it is the biggest comparison that I am comparing to, and I'm going to tell you guys why. Honkai Star Rail, big gacha of its size, guys, and it being a Hoyoverse gacha, a lot of people are like, nah, there's no way they'd be this generous. There's no way they're going to give a 10 pull every patch. They did give 10 pulls every patch. They did give us a free Doctor Ratio. So they keep being generous with us in the Honkai Star Rail side, and now Kuro is doing it from this side. Remember, I think Honkai Star Rail and Wuthering Waves players are the only two type of players that kind of have like a handshake agreement with each other. I think that if you're playing HSR, you're probably playing Wuthering Waves, and if you're playing Wuthering Waves, you're probably playing Honkai Star Rail. Both of these games are free to play friendly, but I do think the Hoyoverse devs for the HSR team is probably taking notice and is like, hey, maybe we can offer some more rewards. But I think at the current pace that HSR is at, I think HSR is just going to stick to giving the free 10 pull, and if they achieve something big, whether it's sales or an award, they're going to give out a free reward like they do. But now, how does this affect mainly, and this is the one I want to talk about, Zenless Zone Zero. Guys, Zenless Zone Zero is in a little bit of a weird spot. I think the hate watching has gone down, but the game is successful. The game's made a lot of money so far, and a lot of the people who do like the game, who play it, and like the TVs and stuff like that, are still currently playing the game. There's another side of that player base who does like the game but can't stand the TVs, and some people actually quit because of the TVs. Now we know that Zenless Zone Zero is, the devs did make their little notes from that tiny live stream that they talked about, how they're going to tune down the TVs and stuff like that, but they have to be looking at Wuthering Waves, who's their direct competitor, and being like, oh damn, they're just giving Xiangliyao for free. They're reaching new heights. They're driving a lot of traction over to their game. They're going to be preparing for their console launch. We already have ours. So for Zenless, you have to be thinking in your mind, guys, well, if my competition is doing this, we got to get the players hyped for something that's coming out, right? And so that's what I'm saying. Competition is great in the gacha space for this reason, guys. If you're a Zenless player who's watching this right now, there's potential that they see this and they're like, okay, we're going to give out a free future 5-star unit for you guys supporting us. aka I'm talking about the Zenless devs, guys. And that's really huge because Kuro's raising the bar for these bigger gacha games, and all these other companies will be taking notice. Azure Pamelia, I hope, learns from this, Project Mugen, and I hope the guys who made Tower of Fantasy from all their mistakes, right, who are now making Neverness to Everness, and hopefully, like I said, they learn from those mistakes and they can succeed. They look at a little bit of how where Kuro had some mistakes and mishaps, and how much they quickly worked on it, fixed it, because they're passionate about the game. They don't just look at it as a money grab, a cash grab, you know what I mean? They genuinely want their game to succeed. That's why Wuthering is so amazing. That's why these companies need to look at what they're doing, this business model, and apply it. If they do that, guys, you guys are eating. The average person now has variety, but they have good quality choice games to play. You see what I'm saying? So whatever you play, you'll be eating, and it's going to make it tough to obviously balance out playing all these games in the future, unless you guys have the time and you know how to micromanage your time very well. You know me, I'm kind of like really bad at managing my time, but nonetheless, this space will be thriving. The players will be eating. Everybody will be enjoying. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. This is just a quick discussion and my honest thoughts about where Kuro could be heading with the future of their rewards and what they can achieve, as well as how they're impacting the gacha space, being one of the bigger leaders and bigger voices and bigger games in this space. You know, that other gacha games and gacha companies like Hoyoverse, like the people who are making Azure Pamelia, Neverness to Everness, and Project Mugen are looking at, and these devs do see these things, guys. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts? Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's been your boy AJ, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.